Memory lane garage, the 1948 Willy's Jeep. We finished with the brake system. We have some other issues we are addressing right now. Our fuel system. Our fuel system is really in bad shape. So, in one of my videos I mentioned removing our tank. I removed the tank. Got a lot of issues with that, with the fuel in it. We drained the fuel out of it. We're going to show a video on what we did here in just a minute. So stay tuned, guys. You can see what we did with this tank and how we're going to get this Jeep back going. So that's our issue, and then we should be able to take it down the road. So finish up with our fuel system. We're going to be able to test this Jeep out, see if it's going to go through all the gears like it's supposed to do, see how it's going to run. Before I can do that, I'd have to have fuel. All right, thank you for watching. Memory lane garage, guys. 1948 Willy's Jeep. We are back working on our Jeep. This is 1948. The fuel that's in this tank's been in here several years, and it's pretty bad. So it's just got that varnish smell. I'm going to actually pour it out. So for me to do that, I'm going to have to remove this seat, and it's just going to be easier for me to remove the seat and the fuel tank, dump it out, put some fresh fuel in it, swoosh it around, try to clean that tank out the best I can. You know, it's really got to get that crud out of that tank if there's any in there. Otherwise, it's going to plug up in my fuel filter, or it's going to get in my carburetor. So another thing I'm going to want to do is make sure it has a good fuel filter so that doesn't happen, and to really get that tank clean. So that's what we're going to work on. And so I'm going to attempt to take out the front seat, because that's where the tank is. The tank is underneath the seat, and we're just going to get it out of here. In order for me to do that, I got to remove the seat. Now, there is some metal bands that strap the tank on. Come back here. Let's get this out without scratching anything up anymore, so I already have. So we accomplished that. The seat is out. This is the fuel tank. That's the strap that's holding it on. Not much to that. And there's a tank bolt that goes through the bed. And this is where the fuel is, and yes, it's pretty smelly, nasty. So this is our fuel tank out of our 48 Jeep. We wanted to clean it because it had all that crud in there. We talked about that in one of our videos and kind of showed that. It's going to fill up our fuel filters and all that stuff and plug all that stuff up if I don't clean the tank. So when I clean the tank, I notice a bad spot in the tank, and in this bad spot I got several leaks in there. You can see them leaks. So I'm going to have to either fix this tank or replace it. Well, with the tank being this old, I'm just going to replace it with a new one. I also got a leak right up here too. So the tank's just basically shot. I can try to patch it, try to get by with it if I need to, but I really just want to get this new tank in, just put a new tank in it. We want to do a color change on the tank anyway and clean it up. Well, this is what I got, so there's no sense in going any further with this other than trying to clean out the tank if I want to try to use it temporarily. Hopefully I don't have to do that. Let's hope our tank comes in, we can get it in. This tank is trash, guys. Memory lane garage, a new tank is going to be needed for our Jeep.